Okay, just look at this beauty. I will try to show you the river behind me. There's a fence so people don't fall off the edge, but here it is. It's so beautiful. Look at that. It's so nice out here. Hey there, it's Tara from Raw Food Livin', and I'm back with a Friday Q&A. I have one of the most popular questions I've gotten asked about my raw food lifestyle, or about living a raw food lifestyle in general. And that is, how do you know when to listen to your body? How do you actually know how to listen to your body? Because if you're anything like me and you've come from a past history of restriction and binging, you are so out of touch with your body that you actually have no idea when you're hungry and when you're not. Because you might have a craving for something, but does that actually mean that you're hungry? And this is why it was so important for me when I was first beginning a raw food lifestyle to listen to Harley and Freely's advice, which is what I did. And that advice was to eat 3,000 calories a day. I'm not recommending that you try that unless it feels good for you and you really feel like you want to do it. But the reason it was so good for me to start that in the beginning is because I had to do something drastically different. I needed to break the cycle of restriction and binging that I had been doing for so long from my dieting years. And the only way to do that was to do something so different, to teach myself how to eat in abundance, and also to give myself permission to eat in abundance. And that's why I ate 3,000 calories for the first 2-3 years of my raw food lifestyle. Now, eventually I didn't feel that great doing it and I switched out of it, but that was when I finally started to listen to my body. It took me a long time to get to that point. So if you're in the beginning stages of living a raw food lifestyle and you just don't know how to listen to your body yet, that's okay, honestly. You have to go through a transitional period. It is so different eating raw foods versus eating cooked foods, and how full you're gonna feel and how you're going to learn to listen to your body. So I started out eating those 3,000 calories. That's not what I eat a day now, and I do listen to my body more and more now. I used to believe that hunger was something that happened in your stomach, that when you felt that rumbling in your stomach, that's when I was actually hungry. But I realized something on my recent road trip, and that's that as much as I tried to prepare, fruit quality isn't the greatest in Canada right now. We have bananas, apples, oranges, dates. That's pretty much it. Not even really good quality persimmons. They don't ripen properly. The quality is pretty low compared to what we have in the summer. And as much as I tried to prepare as much as I possibly could, I didn't have enough fruit with me. Good quality fruit like I felt like monomealing on. That's when you know you have a good fruit, that you could just eat it forever and not get sick of it. I didn't have fruit that was that high quality, so I found that I was under eating on carbs and trying to eat fat to make up for it, to satisfy myself. And what I started to notice is that I was starting to get irritated at little things that would never bother me before. And that's the first sign for me, and it might be the first sign for you as well, that you feel hungry. For carbohydrates specifically, that you start to get irritated and stressed and a little bit anxious and worried about things that you normally wouldn't be stressed or anxious or worried about. Also, the second way to check for me is if food looks edible. If I look at a piece of food and I think to myself, yeah, I could eat that right now, that means you're hungry. Eat something, please. Because if you rely on waiting until your stomach is rumbling, oftentimes your resolve and your dedication to any kind of lifestyle, and your judgment especially, will go completely out the window. At that point, when you are physically hungry and your stomach is rumbling, you will go instinctively for the densest calorie source, the quickest and easiest that is going to satisfy you immediately. And more often than not, that is not fresh fruit. Your body, at least my body, I guess I should speak for myself, but from other people I've spoken to as well and other friends I have that live this lifestyle, your body's instinctive reaction isn't to go for fruit because it is not the densest calorie source. You usually have to eat a high quantity of fruit to feel satisfied. And it's not going to get you the fullest quickly, and it's not going to satisfy you for as long either. So dense fatty foods or cooked starches, that's automatically what your body's going to go for if you let yourself get to that state where you are physically hungry, where your stomach is rumbling. That's my experience. And I find that if I don't eat enough carbohydrates and I just try to eat the same amount of calories from fat, I get that same irritability. So carbohydrates are so important, whether you're eating 3,000 calories a day or 1,500 or 2,500, you gotta do what feels best for you. But I just try to eat when you notice the food looks good and when you start to feel irritable. And notice if you notice any change in your body or change in your mood or your attitude when you start to eat that way. And let me know too, is this something that affects you? And also if you try it, let me know in the comments below if you notice a change in your body and if you've experienced this as well. It has taken me a long time to get to the point where I can honestly say I know how to listen to my body and listen to my moods and gauge how hungry I am and when I need to eat, but it is 100% a journey. It's not something that happens overnight. It's taken me years to get to this point. I've been eating raw now for 7 years, so don't expect it to happen overnight, and be patient and compassionate with yourself while you're going through this process of trying to learn what your body's wants and needs are. So that's it for today. If you guys like this video, please give it a thumbs up, and if you want to support the work I do here with, I was about to say 40 Below Fruity, with Raw Food Livin', you can go to patreon.com/rawfoodlivin', and that will enable me to put out more content, more quality videos for you guys full time. Thanks again for watching this video, and I will catch you guys next time.